Hello.
Hi there, ho there, anybody up there?
Did you just make that up?
No, it's from something that I can't really remember.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Welcome to August Book Club.
Here at Books and Booze, I'm Jamie.
I'm Christine. We are doing book club, which means that we're going to talk about a standalone book today, the whole book, and Jamie picked...
Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews.
Yeah, and we got the title right this time.
We did.
I realized in a previous episode we had been calling it Let the Forest In. It's Don't Let the Forest In. Because you actually don't want to let that forest in.
It does some real awful things if you do.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, tell us, what have you paired? What is the cocktail pair for this book?
So, there was a part in the book that I think it was kind of in the middle, where I just kind of felt like I really enjoyed the scene between Thomas and Andrew, and it's kind of right before they really let out their feelings for each other. But it's this really calm, comforting moment where they're sitting on the stairs together, eating Oreos. And my quote is, Thomas kept his back to Andrew as he bit into an Oreo, inspected it, and then passed it over his shoulder. No eye contact, no confrontation about this anxious, needy habit Andrew had developed. He couldn't bite into food until Thomas had first. Even now, Andrew's tongue searched for the grooves. I just really enjoy that. Their relationship oddities. And it really made me want Oreos.
Of course. Oreos are great.
Right? It's probably been years since I've had an Oreo, and then I was like, oh my god, I need one.
I had about 10 as you were making this cocktail.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting to have Oreos again. We did also try and dip the Oreo in the cocktail.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, it's not like milk.
In theory, it's good. In practice, it's just kind of like you're dipping Oreos in vodka milk.
Yep. Vodka milk. Not the same. But I did enjoy it. So it was creme de cacao. Do you like how I said that? And some cream, vanilla vodka, and crushed Oreo cookies for the rim. And I enjoy it. It's very desserty.
Yeah, but it's not like super sweet. It's like you're eating a liquor dessert. It is still a cocktail, and it tastes like alcohol.
It does.
But it has the sweetness of the dessert. Mm-hmm. So it's good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, and you took a video and pictures of it, and you had moss.
Yeah, I got real excited for that again, which was nice.
Got real creative.
Yeah. Went to the store and bought some fake moss.
Uh-huh.
You know, everyone needs that.
Yeah.
I really liked the style of this book.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then crushed Oreos for the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Should have had some fake worms.
Oh my god, imagine.
Or real worms.
Oh, that would have been super cute for a video.
My kids love to dig up worms. I should have brought some.
I don't like that.
Me neither.
I've never been an insect kid.
For the cocktail.
No. Next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you gonna rate it?
Oh, sure. We haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah. We're really out of practice.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
I'm gonna give it a 7.6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Specific.
I was about to say you're welcome, and I don't know why.
You made it. You're welcome to yourself.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, let's talk about this book.
All right. Once upon a time, Andrew had cut out his heart and given it to this boy, and he was very sure Thomas had no idea that Andrew would do anything for him, protect him, lie for him, kill for him.
A high school senior, Andrew Perot, finds refuge in the twisted fairy tales that he writes for the only other person who can ground him to reality. Thomas Ride, the boy with perpetually ink-stained hands and hair like autumn leaves, and with his twin sister Dove inexplicably keeping him at a cold distance upon their return to Wickwood Academy, Andrew finds himself leaning on his friend even more.
But something strange is going on with Thomas. His abusive parents have mysteriously vanished, and he arrives at school with blood on his sleeve. Thomas won't say a word about it and shuts down whenever Andrew tries to ask him questions. Stranger still, Thomas is haunted by something, and he seems to have lost interest in his artwork. Whimsically macabre sketches of the monsters from Andrew's wicked stories.
Desperate to figure out what's wrong with his friend, Andrew follows Thomas into the off-limits forest one night and catches him fighting a nightmarish monster. Thomas's drawings have come to life and are killing anyone close to him. To make sure no one else dies, the boys battle the monsters every night. But as their obsession with each other grows stronger, so do the monsters, and Andrew begins to fear that the only way to stop the creatures might be to destroy their creator.
Ooh.
Oh!
So, I really enjoyed the opener for the book.
Okay.
And it really just kicks off so many of the dark quotes that I really enjoyed in this book.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read all of them, but I will read the opening one. It hadn't hurt the day he cut out his own heart. Andrew had written about it later in spidery lines from a sharp pen. A story about a boy who took a knife to his chest and carved himself open, showing ribs like mossy tree roots, his heart a bruised and wretched thing beneath. No one would want a heart like this. But he'd still cut it out and given it away. Being left aching and hollow was a familiar feeling, a comfortable pain. I really think that just sets everything up for the book.
Yeah. It's like pretty intense.
Yeah. The feelings are intense, the writing, the everything.
I've never read C.G. Drew's before.
No.
And there isn't anything online about C.G. Drew's, like even just like author descriptions and stuff. It's pretty
like basic.
Yeah, like it doesn't really say anything. It does, like some authors will say like, you know, who's in their life or what they do or what they enjoy. Like C.G. Drew's doesn't really say anything. Like all we really know is just like what their other books are, which I haven't read before. I haven't read their books.
No, but some of them looked familiar, like I've seen them.
Hazelthorn comes out in October 2025. So that's been the one that they've been promoting a little bit. Maybe that's one you've seen?
No, it was the other two. There was like one about a boy.
The Boy Who Steals Houses. That's from 2019.
And I think it's the You Did Nothing Wrong one. I think it was like a white and red cover.
That's probably not it, because that one comes out in 2026. But there's like another like past one. Anyway, I haven't read it before. I also have not read YA horror before.
No, same.
This is not our usual genre. YA horror. But it seemed interesting. I like books that have vibes and a little bit of romance. And so I really liked this.
Same. I did really, really enjoy it. There was a part where I was like, okay, move it along, but I feel like that happens. But besides that, I liked the writing and the descriptions and like the intensity and like the horror fairy tale kind of aspect of it. And it was just, I feel like the whole thing was very depressingly poetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah, you're like, why am I into this?
Yeah. I know. I was like, I just want to draw, write poetry and sit in my basement.
I hate poetry.
Oh, I love poetry.
But this was easy to read. I thought it was like very haunting. It was like pulled at your heartstrings, but like sometimes there's books that are like too sad and too dark, and I'm just like, ugh, I don't need this in my life. But I really didn't feel that way with this.
No.
It was heart-wrenching, but didn't make me go like, okay, now I'm depressed for the next few days or something. Like it was still a good story. Yeah.
And I also feel like it was really good at like capturing like the intensity of being like that age.
Yes. Maybe that was why too, that made it feel less intense, was like, oh, I understand the kind of intensity of just being that age.
Yeah.
That it doesn't feel as
dramatic
or like high stakes, even though this book is high stakes. I don't know.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
So one thing that drove me nuts was the name Thomas and Andrew. It took me so long to be like, which one is Thomas and which one is Andrew?
Because they're just like basic.
That is the same name to me.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I found myself like writing when I was writing down, like being like Thomas, Andrew, Tom. Yeah, I had to like think about it.
Because they're both like the same length of name.
Yeah.
So that, and I think those were like the names like with us growing up that were super popular too.
Yes.
And so I struggled with that a bit. But Andrew and his sister Dove are Australian. Did you read it in an Australian accent?
Absolutely not.
I tried to at first. I was like, no.
I might try when we get to the quotes.
I feel like that's like one of the hardest accents to do because you always end up going into like another accent.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say that I'm good at it. Okay, so this book starts off with our main guy, Andrew. And his dad is basically like, are you going to be okay? You don't have to go to school, bud. And Andrew's like, oh, Dad and Dove, they must be in a fight because he's not talking to her.
Yep.
Wink.
Okay, so to be fair, when I started this book, I had just finished a dramatic show, which was based off of a book. And in the end, you find out she's been like talking to her dead friends the entire time and not realizing that her friends were dead. And it's like her brain trying to come to terms with that.
Oh.
So when I started this, I was like, Thomas or Dove is dead. Like, just automatically, that's what I'm thinking,
because it's like
that show
Dad's
left me
not
like
acknowledging. So
yeah. So I was like on high alert for that. So I literally have right away, I was like, Thomas is dead or not real, or Dove is dead. And that was my first note.
Someone's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like something's not right. I can already tell.
Okay. Well, you ruined it, Jamie.
So sorry.
Oh.
Did you like realize, like, did you catch on?
Yes and no. Like as time went on, Dove,
It does become more kind
being
of
more and more distant and like not having conversations and then not seeing conversations with Thomas. Like I think it became more apparent like there's this isn't like reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, like right away I was like, oh, they've acknowledged Thomas, like when they were in the theater in the beginning. Like someone else has spoken to him numerous times and like no one spoke to Dove, but it was because I was on high alert for it and then I was mad. I'm like, I wish I wasn't.
Yeah, because then you could have like caught on later.
Yeah.
Like I did. Yeah. I did like his description, his really depressing description of him and his sister.
Oh.
Dove was a statue of glittering ice, beautiful and dangerous and impossible to reshape, while Andrew was more like a collection of skeleton leaves, fragile and crumbling. Dove was the one everyone saw, and Andrew was the one they forgot.
I do also I think like throughout the entire book, how he describes himself and like sees himself is just like so descriptive of everyone.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure he is right in a lot of the things, but I think like the intensity level.
No, like when I read that, I'm like, that's not true.
Yeah.
Like it is very like a teenage thing where you're just like, I'm the one who is not seen.
Yeah.
Right? And you're
like,
like,
I'm still
in reality,
like that.
Dove was probably like, you're fine.
Yeah. And even like like it's near the end, he's like, yeah, like why wouldn't I? You're beautiful. You're like all these things.
Yeah.
But like seeing it from Andrew's perspective, you're like, no, he's damaged and broken and hideous.
Yeah. He's a hideous monster with an anxiety disorder.
Yes. Pepperoni.
What?
Pepperoni, like pepperoni.
Pepperoni and pepperoni. In an oil bed. Friends
no.
laugh.
That's a good one, Christine.
Andrew has anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
You guys. He has anxiety.
I get it.
And I like we were just saying, like I love hearing it because it is so dramatic.
Having anxiety is really dramatic.
Well, and he's also a writer, right? So he can make it poetic and he can make it like intense, and I'm just like, normally I'd be like, oh, shut up, Andrew, but reading this I'm like, yeah.
You go, anxiety.
Yeah,
no, I feel like you described it so well. It literally feels like you're dying all the time. It's so awful.
Okay. Like one of the things he keeps repeating is that he ruins everything.
Yeah.
Like he'll just like say like normal situations and be like, yeah, and I ruin everything.
That's it. That's your comment.
I don't know. I was like, okay.
Oh, I feel like I relate to him so much because I feel like it's like that. Like in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm the worst.
Yeah.
Why did I say that? Why did I do that?
And then just the first part of the book, like Andrew is saying things about Thomas, just so intense. I love this part, and I don't know if this is like my toxic part of me, or like just that piece of ourselves that we just like want to everyone to be obsessed with us. But just hearing Andrew talk about Thomas was great.
Yeah, I love that.
So at the very beginning of the book, we hear this quote. This was what Andrew did, told stories. Ones with dark, bitter corners and magic curled into thorns, ones about monsters and elegant razor-like teeth. He wrote fairy tales, but cruel. Thomas loved them. It's almost like he could like love that part of himself and what he did because it's like, well, Thomas likes it.
Yeah, I can show it.
Yeah.
I do love that dynamic that they kind of had where he would write these like super, super dark stories that Thomas loved, and Thomas would draw the photos or draw the images for the story.
Yeah.
Like, great pair. I loved this one thing he said. I can't even really, they're on the roof talking or something. But it was just, when I cut you open, Andrew finally said, all I'll find is that we match. Yeah. I want that to be in my wedding vows. I was like, I love that so much. And it's so dark, but I love it.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Like, how many dates in should I wait?
Okay, well, wait. Listen to this one then. You can add this into your speech.
Perfect.
For a vicious moment, Andrew thought about slipping his fingers into Thomas's cut, taking hold of his rib and breaking it, pulling the soft, crumbling bone from his chest and sewing it into his own. They'd be forever together, rib against rib, fused in gore and bone and adoration.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
C.G. Drews should write even just a poetry book like this, and I would 100% buy it.
Yes.
And draw photos for it. It's very inspirational.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, I did say upstairs that your son is so cute that I just want to eat his face sometimes.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, I just want to eat all of his limbs.
He's just so cute. So I get it.
Same thing.
Yeah.
The other part was the asexual representation in this book by Andrew. One of the things I saw from C.G. Drew's only like personal thing was their own like wanting to represent their own asexuality in this character. You
were the first person to ever tell me that was a thing.
Oh, was I?
Yeah, obviously this was a very long time ago.
Good for me.
Yeah, but I remember it was just obvious, like just never something that had come up for me. Mm-hmm. And I did not know, it was a thing. And I think this was probably like 15 years ago at this point. But I remember you telling me about it. And I was like, oh. So I do, and I love that because I think sometimes you can hear about asexuality and think almost that they don't want the touching, like, or want anything like that. But that's not.
Well, Andrew talks about it throughout the book in like small parts.
Yeah.
But he kind of explains like the spectrum of it, and him still trying to figure it out, and talking to Lana and Chloe, and trying to be more open about it, but basically explaining like, okay, there's asexual people who like maybe don't want touching, don't want any sort of sexual interaction, don't want a romantic relationship, and then there's a whole spectrum of people who, on the other end of it, maybe don't want sex, but like they still want touching, or they still want a romantic relationship, or maybe they just want kissing, and there's so much in between, and they could still have that same term.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I liked just...
And he's like, I just like Thomas.
I just want to cut him open, okay?
Let's talk about Thomas.
Okay, hang on, let me... Okay, so like Andrew's saying how his brain's broken and everything. And Thomas said, I like how you are. There's an entire world of ink and magic stuffed inside your head, and I think it's beautiful. I just wish everything didn't hurt you so much. Love you, Thomas. Okay, we can talk more about actual Thomas.
Thomas is a ginger.
He sure is, and me and Christine love gingers.
He's a ginger bad boy. Mm-hmm. Exactly what we like.
Yep.
And he'll fuck anyone up who touches Andrew.
Yep.
We also like that.
Yes, we do. He's protective of him.
His parents are dead, and he doesn't care. Okay, I also have a Thomas quote. Thomas Rye was a wild thing. He was everywhere at once, climbing trees and throwing rocks, racing ahead and exploring off the path. The entire forest rang with his name because a teacher was always shouting for him. Only Andrew saw Thomas kiss the tree. It wasn't a performance. This boy did what he wanted on impulse and regretted nothing. Oh,
I love it. And then I love, like, later on in the book when Thomas kind of, like, admits, like, I've loved you since that moment. Like
yeah.
right in the beginning.
And they both recognized each other.
Yeah.
And just, like, Andrew, this, like, anxious boy who sees this, like, other boy who's kissing a tree and just being, like, free.
Mm-hmm.
That's, like, oh, I can see how attractive that is.
Yeah, that sounds very attractive.
Yeah.
Like, you seem like a great time. And you can draw.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, mean teacher.
Yeah, Mr. Clemens. He needs a friend.
Clemens needs a friend.
Yeah.
I think he needs a health professional.
I mean, he's dead now, so.
Yeah. No, he's dead.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Yeah. I also learned what frog marching was. That was fun.
What?
Because they said, like, he frog marched him down to the office.
What does that mean?
Is it with your hands in front of you? Like, together?
Oh.
It's called frog marching. Yeah, I like when books teach you things. And also when it got to this point, like, with Clemens and stuff, it reminded me of, remember the Faculty movie?
Is that, like, when alien stuff happens? Yeah.
It very much was giving me that vibe, like the Faculty vibe. I recently watched that movie.
Did you?
Yeah. It, like, I can't remember what, I think that came up on Netflix one day. I was like, oh, no, I Know You Did Last summer. And then all of a sudden, like, all that era of movies started popping up.
You must watch The Faculty then.
Yeah, and I was like, oh. So then I watched that one night. I'm like, okay, I need to stop. I'm going to go down.
I'm going to go down
There's so many good ones.
Yeah.
But yes, it was very much reminding me of that.
True. And then he dies. Yeah, that fits with that movie. If you haven't seen The Faculty, go see it.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Jon Stewart in that?
Oh my god, yeah, there's so many people in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Jon Stewart's in it, right?
But are there, like, more popular people in it or something?
There's just so many people, but
That's the only person I remember.
Love that. Because he all popped up and I was like, oh, I don't even remember him being in it.
Oh, no, it's the only person.
The movie, Jon Stewart's movie, right? The Faculty. Usher is in it, Christine.
Is he?
Yes. So he was an
my
actor in a couple
God.
movies.
Okay. All I have is, like, the Clemens dying.
Yeah, and Andrew's like, take him. Take him as oh my god, the tithe. Or the
tithe.
And I was like, this damn word for us.
Yeah.
Where I don't even actually know what's right anymore.
Yeah, so in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, the word tithe comes up, but we kept saying the teeth.
Yep.
The teeth, but it is the tithe.
Yep.
The tithe.
I was like, oh, this damn word. And then this, like, forest starts growing in him after this, also, for, like, Andrew. And it sounds disgusting. I just want to say it.
It sounds really disturbing, and it was making me a bit anxious, yes.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about, like, the gruesome death?
Oh, sure.
The antler king reached up slow and methodical and broke off a piece of its own horns. It still held Clemens by the throat, its claws puncturing into skin so blood oozed from Clemens' neck. The monster twisted the piece of antler as if to inspect it. Then it rested the tip between Clemens' wide eyes. It drove the bone shard right through Clemens' face. Andrew didn't look away. Clemens screamed. Blood exploded across the antler king's chest as Clemens' body spasmed like a butterfly hooked by its wings. His screams drowned in his throat as his head lolled. Slowly, the antler king dragged the shard from between Clemens' eyes. He licked it. Then he began carving the skin off Clemens' face.
I love it so much.
So dark.
So, yeah, it's so good.
And you're like, yes, die!
This is so good.
Yes.
You know whose death I'm mad we didn't see is the bully.
Right.
Yeah, he was just dead. And I was like, I would have liked to read the scene where he actually dies, because he deserved it.
This teenager who bullied is...
Yeah. He was awful.
He was really awful. One thing, this is kind of like an offshoot.
Mm-hmm.
Them not sleeping. That was... I was reading this and I'm like, no.
Just no.
There's no way you're functioning.
I could function quite a bit with no sleep when I was young.
No.
Not well, but I would do it.
Dude,
I went
like
to
go to sleep for
Vegas
like 2
for
hours.
4 days, and I think I got a total of like 6 hours sleep, I swear to God.
He did this for like a semester.
Okay, maybe that's, yeah.
And then Andrew's not eating? I'm like, why are you passing out?
It's a fairy tale.
Yeah.
He
Well,
also was
I
like
need to
half a
let that
tree at
stuff
this
go.
point.
He's got a tree inside him.
Yeah. I think he has
So,
other things to worry
I'll
about
shut
besides. Well, then sometimes they were sitting there, no monsters were coming, and I literally had to be like, maybe now is a good time to take a nap.
Right. Get some sleep,
Yeah.
guys. Okay. I do have all the questions that we slowly learned over time. I was trying to write them down. Like, what are the things that are slowly uncovered? So, like, why doesn't his dad want Andrew to go into the forest? Why is Dove avoiding him?
Mm-hmm.
Why does he have those spider web scars all over his hands? Why do people look at him and whisper? Did Thomas kill his parents? Why are Dove and Thomas fighting? Is Thomas really in love with Dove? What did Thomas do to Dove?
I feel like I had such a different journey with this book because I feel like I knew someone was.
You didn't have those questions.
I had maybe 3 of them. I felt like I like knew so many answers already in the book for some reason.
You ruined this book for yourself.
Book are connected.
Maybe. Do you want to talk about the monsters?
But those are very good questions.
Those are the questions.
Yeah. Yeah, we could talk about the monsters. There was something that really drove me nuts about this book, and I just want to say, and it's about the printed book. Because there was the parts where it was like the poems or something, and it was like the black and the white. Those black paper, but like the white wasn't like white enough, and I literally could not read it, and it drove me insane.
Oh.
I'll show you.
Yeah, the Kindle version, it was regular. It was just bolded.
Yeah. But also a positive, this book's like such a cute, perfect size. It's like the perfect size book.
Yeah.
Yeah, to like hold, to read.
Right, it's not too big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like not too many pages, I mean.
Yeah. And just like the width and height and everything. Great.
Yeah.
Great book.
Great choice, publishers.
So you just want to talk about them like fighting the monsters?
Do you have anything to say about the
I just
monsters?
like when they figure out that Andrew can write and that will kill them. And when he's like, I need to ask them what they want.
Yes.
And it
Yes,
says,
yes,
like
yes.
they say, sacrifice. Every good story ends with a wishbone snapped, a bloodied kiss. The prince's sacrifice cut out a heart and buried in the woods. But you already knew that, Prince. That's pretty much it.
I'll say I just have like a scene that it was actually very like horror movie for me. When he was, I think it was like when he went to the bathrooms after playing tennis.
Oh, yes. That was a very good scene.
I was scared.
Yeah.
So darkness fell absolute. It crawled over his arms and pinned him there. No air to even scream. Another stall door slammed. Slam, 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 slam. It would get to him. It would get to him next. He'd lock the door, but he had to choose to believe it wasn't happening. Couldn't be happening. It was all in his head. It reached out a hand, a claw. Its arm was bone, flesh hanging off rotting ribbons, skin pulled so tight over a naked chest that ribs punctured through. But its face, vines poured out of its mouth, eyes, ears growing, writhing. Blood slipped between its lips as another vine broke out of its flesh and spooled towards the ground. Its feet were hooves. Andrew ran.
Faculty.
It is very the faculty. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then like just going outside and you're like, like everyone's looking at you like you're crazy.
Dove's like, you're fine. Meanwhile, Dove's
What's
dead.
up, bro?
Okay, a vibey thing. I really liked towards the end. It was very like high school prom, but it was Halloween. Like that whole portion of the book I really loved. So it reminded me of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the original movie. That prom scene, and then I think of Love and Basketball.
Oh my god, Love and Basketball. I need to watch that.
I know.
I remember watching it at camp like over and over again.
What is his name? Omar
Epps.
Epps, yep.
Oh, who's the actress?
What is it? Asana Lathan.
Yeah. God, she still looks great.
Great movie.
Oh, so good.
It also felt very, like, hocus pocusy.
Ooh.
You know, I was trying to think of, like,
Yeah.
Halloween movies that have that, like, Halloween vibe, but, like, 90s.
Yeah. Yes, it was a very, like, late 90s, early 2000s-ish movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a quote. Andrew shoved through a wall of shoulders, tuxes, and dresses and costumes, glittering laughter and cruel cut eyes. Everyone wore masks and wings and gold-dusted horns, and their smiles were blood-red slashes against the strobing lights. Monsters danced hand in hand with Wickwood students, all of them fusing together into one shapeless, melting terror, while Andrew was the only one who could see them for what they were. The forest dressed up in human skin. It had come for its prince.
I love it. I was also confused at that part. I'm like, what do you mean the forest is dressed up? Are all the people the forest now?
Or is it just in his head?
Yep.
Is it kind of like if Tim Burton decided to do a teen rom-com?
Yeah, probably a little bit. No, that's a great, I feel like, even just reading like that scene to be like, you should make this into a movie. Read that.
This would be a good movie.
It would be a really good movie if done by the right person, though.
Yes. It would be a cult classic.
Yeah, like The Faculty. How many times do you think I can say that?
Love, love, love.
Love, love, love. So they had one night like fallen asleep together. I'm using my quotation with my hands. And then so this is another night. And I was like, and Thomas ends up crawling into bed with Andrew. And I literally wanted to cry at this moment. I was like, I'm so excited for him, like happy for him. I'm like, I have butterflies. It's really just brought you back to like having crushes and stuff. You're like, oh my god.
Oh my god, we did it.
Yeah. We're touching. They couldn't pretend it was an accident this time, so they said nothing, just curled into each other until they stopped shivering. You can control them, Thomas said. All this time and you could have saved our asses with your stories. Can we stop them now forever? Andrew pressed his face into Thomas's curls and thought of princes with their hearts cut out. I don't know. Liar, but he always had been one. Instead, he whispered, would you die for me? Thomas sounded warm and cotton asleep. Of course I would. I mean, it got a bit intense there at the end, but
Yeah.
I just love their little cuddle. They're like, yeah, I'd die for you, absolutely. Oh, and then I do like Thomas is like, Andrew, like, do you like Thomas keeps trying to like approach it.
Yeah, he's like, so we like each other, right?
Yeah, and Andrew's
just
like, what's that bird over there?
What's for lunch? Oh, just kidding. I don't like lunch.
I don't like lunch. Just kidding. I hate food.
Yeah, so he does approach him and is like, yeah, I like you. I like you a lot. And then Andrew's like, isn't this everything I've ever wanted? But I keep like, but he has this, he like needs to move away from it.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's scary.
It's too scary. He wanted to say, you are my everything too. He wanted to say, I don't exist without you. He wanted to say, kiss me, but he had to step back because he couldn't be what Thomas wanted. And for that, he was going to lose him completely. This was why they shouldn't have left it. Shut up, Andrew.
I literally have one where I'm like, with lots of exclamation. I'm like, Andrew, just tell him.
And then it was like, I don't remember what came before this, but Andrew says, to protect myself, to keep you away, because I can't stop. And then out loud to Thomas, he says, do you even like me, or do you just miss Dove? And then it was like Thomas had taken a lash to the face. And then Thomas says, you know that time when we were 12 and hiking in the forest for class? We decided to race, Dove and me, and the whole time I was thinking, I want Andrew to look at me. I want Andrew to see me. I've loved you since then. So you know what? Fuck you. I think you do love me back. You're too much of a coward to admit it.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Yeah, and then later he apologizes for it, and I'm like, don't apologize. That was
so perfect.
Pretty on point. But look, one person has to lead the group. And Thomas is leading the group right now.
Yeah. I'm an Andrew.
You're such an Andrew. And I feel like I've been both, but
I think you're more on the Thomas, though.
I want to be the Thomas.
Yeah. I also want to be the Thomas, but I'm like Andrew. I was like, God, I'm such an Andrew.
I'm sometimes an Andrew, so.
Right.
Anyway.
You like at one point that he does say, you could cut me open and devour everything that I am. Thomas said, I would let you, and I'd ask you to. That's his way of saying I like you.
Yeah. Whoa.
So this was just after like following up with what you just kind of talked about. I just like this like Andrew's description of what happened. I was like, he really just turns that whole conversation into this like beautiful thing. Well, C.D. Drew does, but you know. The remains of a battlefield lay in his wake, broken swords and hollyhock crowns left to decay among piles of bones. But the sword plunged through his stomach was his fault. All Thomas had done was ask to love a boy lost in fairy tales, and the boy had ordered him punished. It's a beautiful way of looking at it.
Yeah.
And so he does have a conversation with Lana after this that I kind of liked. Or no, Chloe. Where he's just kind of upset because I think him like explaining to Thomas about like what he would want and need was part of like their argument a bit. Because I think he was having a hard time like explaining it to him. It didn't come out right.
Mm-hmm.
About being asexual.
Mm.
And he says to Chloe, have you ever wanted to be something else so someone would still want you? Chloe considered this, and he liked how she didn't rush her answers. Sometimes, like I'm anxious and queer and Vietnamese, and I just think, wow, no one could be bothered with me if I'm too much. But it isn't true. You just have to find the people who love you for you, and I'm lucky to have those.
Chloe, hidden gem.
Mm-hmm.
You're a hidden gem of this book.
Oh, they kiss, and it's really nice.
Yes.
Okay, so the dove is dead.
You basically talked about that.
Okay.
But it kind of like, the book tries to trick you.
Yeah, like we find out the truth and then...
Okay, so I had already thought Dove was dead.
Yeah.
Before we went into that scene. Because I was like, that's probably it, right? And then we went into that scene of Thomas talking to Dove in the woods and trying to get her, like, convince her. Mm-hmm. And then she does this big speech of, like, you're sick. Thomas isn't real.
That threw me off.
Like, oh, is this the twist that it's making you think that Dove is dead? And so it's an even bigger twist that Thomas is the one who's dead. But then, you know.
Yeah, that part came and I was also like, I'm like, can we what? And then I literally stopped and was like thinking, I was like, no. I was like,
Faked you out.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And so then it made the kiss scene a little bit more climactic, okay?
Yeah, very much so.
I'm real. You're real. Make me believe you.
No.
And Thomas kissed him hard and fierce and merciless, all teeth and tongue, as he took everything from Andrew and destroyed him whole. Andrew's teeth sank into Thomas's lip until the old scab burst open again, and then it was impossible to do anything but breathe as one.
Is that what it's like? When I picked Christine up today, she kissed her husband goodbye.
It's like, do you have any scabs that I can break open so I can suck your blood and we can breathe as one? And he was like, yeah.
Okay, honey.
Go do your little podcast. Get out of here.
Have fun, girls. So then also, like, I like when Thomas is kind of explaining, like, the dove thing almost. I don't know, it was lots that was going on. But he said, but just know this, Thomas said as he fought back tears. Dove's death was an accident and she never would have haunted you in revenge. This is all you're doing and you could tell a different story if you wanted to. You're strong enough, you're brave enough.
Yeah, I like that one.
I just like, and then this is kind of at the part where he's like, take my heart, like, cut it out of me.
Okay, can you explain this ending to me?
I think, like, the ending is kind of, like, could be viewed in so many different ways.
Oh my god, is this your English major coming out?
Well, I think, like, it's kind of, like, left open, which I also hate, because I'm like, I actually really want to know what happened.
I know, and that's why I'm asking you. I'm like, Jamie, please tell me what happened here.
I feel like there could just be so many different things. Like, in my mind, I'm also, like, right away when he was like, take my heart, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna, like, cut his heart, and we're gonna share one. I was like, this can be such a representation of, like, when the person you love is, like, struggling with grief, and you're like, let me take that for you in this moment.
Oh my god, that's such a nice interpretation. I was basically, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, so whose heart? Who doesn't have a heart? And are they still living? Is that possible? I'm thinking of it so practically.
So Thomas gives his heart, and so that they'll share Andrew's. But it, like, I was like, I just think that's such a, like, a different way to look at it. Oh my god,
you thought of it in such a better way than I did. Because this whole thing is about Andrew and his, oh my god, I wish I could remember.
It's him, like, coming to terms with his sister's death.
Yeah, but like, yeah, and like all the monsters and everything that's been happening is like a product of Andrew's struggle
Yes.
and like his turmoil and his grief.
Yeah.
So yeah, explaining it like that, like Thomas.
I think like, and you can view it like a lot of ways. It could be that they both died.
Yeah, like a
And they're,
Romeo and Juliet.
yes, and they're, but it's still like they're both at peace.
Right.
There, right? It could be literally like it's a fairy tale. It can be whatever you want, where it is actually his heart got cut out and they are now sharing one heart. Like that could be it. I saw something else. Was Thomas actually even there? Was that a figment of his imagination? How?
Ooh.
When did he actually leave? Like when that happened with his parents? Was
And
that a
Dove
real
is
thing?
dead and Thomas isn't there.
Yeah, but he's
Interesting.
gone so off the deep end that could. So I think
I can't believe that.
No, I don't like that.
I refuse it.
But I think, yeah, there's a lot of different ways like you can interpret it, where you can interpret it from like, okay, this is his mind figuring stuff out and this is actually what happens and they're both dead.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the other way where I'm like, no, they're sharing a heart and
let's go with that.
yeah.
It's official.
Yeah, and they're going to graduate and then they're going to have a career where Andrew writes stories and Thomas draws and they're going to be very successful and live in Australia together.
Australia. No.
Good day, mate.
What's an Andrew quote? I don't think I can do it.
Please try a little bit and try not make it British.
Oh my god, how do you do an Australian accent?
Crikey.
Thomas always drew like this. More murderous and dark. Sentient forests. No, it's going somewhere else. So sorry to everyone in Australia.
It's really because Kate from Wax is Australian.
Wait, who?
Kate, she owns Waxed.
Okay.
She's Australian. I love listening to her, and it sounds so nice.
I feel like it's like you have something in your mouth.
But she doesn't sound like that.
Jamie, that was 100% accurate.
What, your accent?
Yeah.
No. You don't want to try that again, or?
I don't want to embarrass myself.
Andrew! No.
No.
It's Moira.
Andrew.
Okay, casting call. Casting call.
Casting call. Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews. David.
Just fold it in.
You just fold it in. It's Moira Rose.
If anybody's wondering.
From Schitt's Creek, the TV show. So we're going to do Andrew and Thomas for our casting call, but you can also add anyone in that you think you want to add in.
Can we just do Dove first?
Sure.
Who did you picture as Dove?
Alicia Silverstone.
Oh, actually?
Who did you pick?
Dove Cameron.
Oh. Is it because they have the same name?
Yes. As soon as I said that, I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to picture anyone else now. I do feel like she's suited it as well.
I have a book that I casted her in, so that she's like my person for that book.
Oh, she's my person for a lot of people. So
she's my person for Serafina from the Blood and Ash prequels. So that's that.
Okay.
So,
No,
yeah,
I really thought that was going to be like an agreement thing.
No, I'm so sorry.
But Alicia Silverstone really does go with the theme of the movie.
I went with an all 90s theme.
I did not, and I wish I did now. I love it. Okay. Andrew.
Yeah, because it gave me 90 vibes. I needed to go 90s.
Oh,
because
I wish.
we grew up in the 90s.
Yep.
So that was a great time.
Yep.
There was some really great cultural, TV movie moments.
Yeah. Spice World, if you have not seen that movie, please go watch it right now.
Yes.
Okay. Mine was not, but that was a really good route. I feel like that's such a good route.
Thank you.
So my Andrew, which this is, I really pictured him, was Miles Heiser.
Yep.
Right, like 13 Reasons Why.
Yes. Love him.
Yeah. He's in Parenthood, Nerve.
Yes.
Love Simon.
Yes.
I just really enjoy him, and that's immediately who I pictured as Andrew.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I picked James Van Der Beek.
Oh, no! Is that who you were picturing? Thank God. What the fuck?
If you look at pictures of a young James Van Der Beek,
Like, really young?
well, like him from Dawson's Creek,
No.
Jamie.
I religiously watched. I was Joey. I thought me and Katie Holmes looked identical. I was obsessed with that
You need
show.
to go back and look because there's some pictures where he's like so broody and so hot, but like so like fragile.
But he was never like scrawny looking. I pictured Andrew more, not scrawny. I shouldn't say scrawny. I just pictured him like,
Yeah, he was.
I just can't.
Okay, I need to show you someone else. James Van Der Beek, I thought was pretty funny. There was another one that I was like, you'll know who this person is, but I was also like, what movies is this man in? Because I think he was just in Teen Beat, and that's the only way I know him. Okay, so Jonathan Brandis.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember him from is the movie It.
Do you want to know what I had just typed my phone, but
What?
clearly didn't know his last name?
Oh, okay, we're on the same page there.
But I had him as Thomas. That's who
What?
that's not who I cast as Thomas.
Okay.
But in my head, that's exactly who I was picturing.
Oh.
No, he was in lots of what else was he in? I loved him. Oh yeah, Never Ending Story.
Oh, Neverending Story.
Yeah. What else? He was in other stuff.
I think we think he was, but he was just did a lot of Teen Beats. And if you don't know what Teen Beat is, it was a magazine.
So, Jonathan Brown was who I kind of pictured in my head reading it, but I cast Lucas Gage.
Yep. Bad boy, bad boy. Okay.
It's also like
He was in The White Lotus.
he's
Jamie, you still need to watch The White
yeah,
Lotus.
Overcompensating he's in, which you also should watch. He's also in You. He's also in, I think he's in American Horror Story. Smile 2, great horror film. Euphoria.
Okay, you like him. We get
it. Roadhouse, I do really, really like him. He does have a book coming out, which is on my list. Oh my god, he's also in Love, Victor. Oh, he was in the TV show though, not the movie. God, he's been great. Good job, Lucas. Okay.
My Thomas is Ewan McGregor from Trainspotting.
Oh. Yeah, I could see him as that.
Because he's a ginger.
Yeah, he is. I forget that he is, but he is. What's your top favorite Ewan McGregor movie?
Oh. Trainspotting. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love the Moulin Rouge.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
That's where I fell in love with him.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Where I was like, oh, I'm very attracted to you.
I'm so in love with him in that movie.
Yeah. I want him to sing to me.
Deeply in love with him.
It's like, you come over here and do Absinthe and sing to me.
Okay, who's your MVP of this book?
My MVP is Lana.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
I just, obviously we know she was being supportive because it was her dead best friend's brother. But she did a really good job of it. That's not all why. But I do think just with him, her like thoughts on things and like what she said was very intelligent for a teenager and being supportive. And she stood up to the bullies and like called them out. Like I loved, what was his name? Bryce. And he was like saying something. She's like, aren't you like, and I think he's like 18. So technically you're this, like, she was just like on top of it with the comebacks and like did not give a shit who you are, how much money you have. Like, I'm still going to call you out. And like, that's not right. She reported him.
Yeah, and she had cool shoes.
Yes. Also that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's.
I had a whole section of notes where I was like, why, like after it came out that Dove was dead, I was like, okay, why was Lana going so hard at Thomas, being like, you know what you did to Dove? And it was like, okay, that doesn't really make sense anymore. Like, what do you mean, what did he do to Dove? Like, she walked into the forest and then he walked away.
But I think people like questioned it, so she like.
I know, it just like made it seem like it was something like.
Oh,
and Thomas kept saying, I didn't do anything to her.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my only grief with Lana. Otherwise, hey girl. Oh my god, I'm so torn. I want to give it to Thomas and his energy towards Andrew, but I also want to give it to Andrew's anxiety because it gave us so much good content in this book. The
It was
poeticness of his mental health struggle
right? Well, it's just
carried this story and was like the core of this story.
yes.
So I'll give it to that. To Andrew's
Andrew's
anxiety and his filtering that through his artistic lens,
Yes.
that is my MVP.
But I feel like his anxiety was also like his grief, right?
It was both. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So I also had a note there that was like, it seemed like he was anxious. Even when we got like the prequel scenes, it seemed like he was always like, that's who he is, like a little bit anxious.
Yes.
But then like the trauma made it so much more amplified.
Yeah, where it was like you could really see that obviously it was like his brain protecting him to not remember that, which I did. That was something I didn't even write down, but I liked like when it finally showed like him like breaking the glass and like that's kind of how he ended up with those scars on his hand.
Yep.
And then Thomas kind of talking to him and then all of a sudden him just like clicking over and being like, oh, Dove's going to be so upset when she sees this. Like him going from, I'm so upset because she's dead and you left her to all of a sudden, oh, she's just like how your brain was just like, you can't handle this. So we're clicking over to this.
Yeah.
I was just like, it's just like so
Ooh.
real. Great book.
Yeah, great book.
I loved it. It's very intense.
Yeah, we are covering the War of Lost Hearts series by Carissa Broadbent, so join us for that. We are almost done, so we're going to be announcing what we're going to do next.
If you have any recs or ones you would like us to cover.
I'm pretty sure we already decided.
Well, I still like to hear people's opinions.
Okay, if you're not already following us on social media, please follow us. We are on TikTok and on Instagram and on Threads. We are Books and Booze Podcast. Wherever you are listening to us, please give us a follow, give us a comment, give us 5 stars. All of that is incredibly helpful, and we love you so much.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Diddly.